So while malls, shopping centers and other businesses were being looted last week, one supermarket in KwaZulu-Natal was saved by, believe it or not, cooking oil. In videos circulating on social media, Shoprite employees can be seen pouring liters of cooking oil on the floor to prevent looters from entering their store, which of course seemed to work as looters can be seen stumbling near the store. To tell us how the idea came about, we are joined by the center manager at Tugela Ferry Mall, Mduduzi Skakane. I'll speak to him in a moment, but I want you to see these videos that basically capture that moment. All right, I'm told they are not ready. We will show them to you as and when we have them ready. Let's start the conversation with Mr. Skakane. Mr. Skakane, there were many people who let us down in this country over the last week or so in terms of leadership and response, security cluster ministers and others in that value chain not responding on time. But there were also many, many heroes, the people who decided that they were going to defend their infrastructure and their malls and the facilities that they use, that they depend on from being looted. Before I ask you about what inspired this idea, let's show our viewers what you did to save the Shoprite at Tugela Ferry Mall. It seems to me like a basic understanding of the laws of friction in terms of science, and you put it to good use in this particular case. Tell me how this idea came about.
Good afternoon to the viewers and the listeners and to you. That plan, it came up with Mr. Zindela, the manager for Shoprite, to put the oil on the floor, because everyone knows if you put the oil on the floor, especially if it's the tiles, so it's slippering that the other way, you won't even know what's happening behind it. So the plan, it was coming with the Shoprite manager. We put the trolleys behind the front door. Then we start to put the cooking oil just to stop the people. We didn't know actually that it's going to help a lot. But we were trying. So when it's happening, everyone was amazed at how it worked.
Yeah, tell me about how it worked. I mean, in the second video that we were showing, we are seeing people slipping and falling, and I can hear someone laughing in the background. But our situation in the country and the threat that you faced was not a laughing matter. Did it work to save the Shoprite from being looted?
It worked a lot, and I want to thank the manager again for Shoprite, Mr. Zindela, and the staff for Mbube Security. Because if you can see on the video, you will see the staff for Shoprite and also the Mbube Security. It works 100%. We managed to save 100% all the stock inside. And we didn't only save Shoprite. We also saved Ackermans. Ackermans was not looted at all because of that oil.
Sure. And because, I mean, if you do the calculation, rather lose a few liters of oil, of cooking oil from the Shoprite than actually lose the store itself and the Ackermans nearby. How much oil did you have to put on the floor, and how much of an effort did it take? How many people were involved? Just take me through the mechanics of how exactly you went about doing this.
If I calculated the 5 liter and the 2 liter, I just calculated the 5 liter today. There were about 10 of 5 liter cooking oil, sunflower oil, and about 7 of 2 liter. So if you check it, that man, you not even spend 10,000 rand, but you save the millions of stock and the workers for Shoprite staff, because there's a lot of people, more than 130 staff that they're working at Shoprite. We managed to save with that amount of cooking oil.
Just also reflecting then on the rest of Tugela Ferry Mall, you talk about having been able to save Shoprite, which is really great work on your part, and having been able to save the Ackermans store. But what about the rest of the, I see there that Ackermans, Pep and Shoprite are next to each other inside the mall. What about the rest of the mall, Mr. Skakan?
We've got 62 shops at the center. If you check it, there's only there's only 3 shops. There's one that's 34 square meter that was not looted. It's behind ShopRite also, and all other shops they were looted from shop number 1 to shop number 52. All of the shops they were looted where there was no cooking oil. So the cooking oil it saved a lot.
Just also tell me about the impact of the looting that you're saying happened at the rest of the in the rest of the mall. What have you been able to gauge in terms of the impact, for instance, in the number of people that have either lost their jobs or are likely to lose their jobs, in the businesses that have been lost? Just talk me through the extent of the damage.
It's a huge damage if you see how many shops we've got it, and you see today it's quiet. It's like we're building the center from the start. Although ShopRite was really open today, but it was really quiet. So you see that it's got an impact because we don't have the customer, we don't have the lot of staff that are coming to work every morning like before. So it's really terrible about that. We feel very, very bad about it.
Yeah. Well done on saving what you could do. It was truly heroic ingenuity on your part. And Mr. Zindela, the manager at ShopRite there, as you say, this was his idea. Really fantastic work. It shows that, you know, a little ingenuity and just putting together your heads, you can achieve a lot. Thank you for your time, sir.